Today we are going to continue working with our two-digit addition problems by working on Go Math lesson 4.8. Okay, so remember, like always when we work in our Go Math booklets, you're going to use your big Go Math book, the one that's super colorful on the inside, and you're going to start by turning to page 201. All right, while you are turning to page 201, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what we're going to be working on today. It says, I can rewrite two-digit addition problems vertically to help me solve addition problems. All right, now, here we go. I want you guys to go ahead and look at the, look at page 201, and we are going to solve some problems, okay? So, here we go. We're only going to use these top two boxes. My first problem is, Juan's family drove 32 miles. Then they drove 14 more miles. How many miles did they ride all together? Okay, so we know that Juan's family drove 32 miles. So we are going to show that by writing the number 32 on the top. 32. Okay, and then we know that our problem said Juan's family drove 14 more miles. So remember, we're going to line that up vertically. 14 goes there. Remember, we have to line our ones up with our ones and our tens up with our tens. After we've done that, we can add. So I want you to go ahead and solve your problem, 32 plus 14. Solve your problem. Let's think about it. Did you start in the ones? I hope so. Here we go. Let's see. 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Good job. Then we can move on to our tens column because we didn't have enough to regroup. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So our answer to 32 plus 14 equals 46. All right? Now, moving on to our next box, we're going to answer the problem. Sally had 37 gumballs. That's a lot of gumballs. She had 37 gumballs. Her aunt gave her 12 more gumballs. How many gumballs does Sally have now? All right, so first of all, Sally had 37 gumballs, and her aunt gave her 12 more. So we know that we're going to line the numbers up right underneath each other. I want you to solve 37 plus 12. 37 plus 12. Start in those ones. So 7 plus 2 equals 9. And 3 plus 1, just like over there, equals 4. All right, so today we're going to continue practicing this skill, writing it vertically. All right? Oops. Here we go. So flip over to page 202. And you're going to see a box that looks like this up at the top with a snail in it. That's where we're going to be looking first, okay? So here we go. Our question tells us to add 28 plus 45. Okay, so for the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write 28. So it doesn't really matter like how we write the first number, it's the second number that we have to make sure that we get correct. So we're going to write 28, okay, on the top, plus we have to make sure that our second number, 45, is lined up with the tens and the ones. So my 445. Everything has to be lined up just right so that we know how to add, okay? From there, I've got to switch it back over. My smartboard's not being super awesome right now, so I have to switch it. And then I can go over. All right, so after we've lined it up and we've written it vertically, we are going to solve, okay? So by solving, we start in the ones and we regroup if we need to, okay? So let's do that. 8 plus 5. So remember, I'm going to put that biggest number in my head. 8 is larger than 5. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I know that 8 plus 5 is 13. Do I have enough to regroup? Yes. Remember, so I'm going to put my 3 down here under the ones, and then I'm going to regroup that 10 rod. Okay? Then I'm going to add the 10s. 1 plus 2 equals 3, and then 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 equals 7. So my answer is 73. Very good. All right. Let's look down at the bottom of our page and let's look at a couple of things, okay? Now, the first thing that I'm going to show you, we're going to work these 4 problems together, and then I'm going to let you go on to the one on the back, okay? So let's look at our first problem. Our first problem says 25 plus 8. Now, we know that just like up here, we're going to write the 10s in the 10s column, 25, and the ones in the ones. And then we're going to write the second number below it, right? Let's look at our number. Our number is 8. This is where we have to be super, super careful not to get tripped up, okay? The number 8 does not have a number in the tens column because it's only 8. So what I would do if I were you is I would put a 0 right there in the tens column so that I don't accidentally put my 8 in the wrong place. So I put a 0 there and an 8 underneath my 5, okay? And then I'm ready to add. So here we go. 5 plus 8. Do you remember what that was? 5 plus 8. It's the same thing as 8 plus 5. So it's going to equal 13. Did we have enough to regroup up here? Yes, we did. So we're going to put our 3 in the ones column and regroup our 1, okay? 1 plus 2 equals 3, and then 3 plus 0 equals 3, okay? So if we don't take anything else from this lesson, I want you to remember that when you have a 1-digit number that you're adding, you need to put a 0 there so that you don't get confused and slide that 8 over into the tens place instead, okay? Let's go ahead and try this one. 37 plus 10. Remember, this first number goes on the top, 37 plus 10. So we're going to line 10 up beneath it with the 10s in the tens column and the ones in the ones column. 7 plus 0. 7 plus 0 equals 7. And then 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Very good. All right, let's move over to our next one. Remember, this first number, 25, is going to go on the top. 25 plus 45. So when we write 45, we're going to make sure it's lined up. 10s in the tens column, 1s in the ones column. Okay? Then we add 5 plus 5. That's a doubles fact. 5 plus 5 equals 10. Do we have enough to regroup? Yes, we do. So we put our 0 here. And we regroup our ones. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Very good. And 3 plus 4 equals 7. Good job. All right, let's try it again. 38 plus 29. Remember, 38 goes here. 29 goes here. Then we add. Starting in the ones, regroup if we need to. 8 plus 9. I'll let you think about that. 8 plus 9 equals 17, and we need to regroup. 1 plus 3 equals 4, and 4 plus 2 equals 6. Very good. All right, I want you to try number 5 and number 6 really quick. So pause your video, do number 5 and number 6, and then come back and check to make sure you're right before we move on to independent work. All right, welcome back. Let's see if we got them right. 20 plus 45. 0 plus 5 equals 5. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Did you get the answer 65? Great job. All right, this one I'm going to see who was paying attention. We had to do 63 plus 9. There is no number in the tens place in 9, so I'm going to put a 0 there and a 9 here. Did you do that? I hope so. 3 plus 9 equals 12. Carry your 1 or regroup that 1. 1 plus 6 equals 7, and 7 plus 0 equals 7. So our answer was 72. Great job. All right, here we go. Oh, I didn't put it in here. All right, what we are going to do is we are going, let me get this off. All right. Well, goodness, I have a lot of stuff up. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to flip over to this page right here with this nice little caterpillar thing looking thing at the top. It's going to be page 203. You're going to flip over and you're going to do all of these problems. Rewrite them, solve them. Remember, when you have problems, there actually aren't any on here. But when you have those problems that don't have tens, you got to make sure to put that 0 there, but you got lucky. I don't think there's any on here. All right, so do page 203 and submit that to Miss Gates on Seesaw. You guys have a great afternoon, and I'll see you at math groups.